living room and this room now no one wants walls. We have to have a weight-bearing wall, and they ask the question, why? I just don't want anything. I want you walk in the house, and from front to back, you see nothing but everything. You can't do that. But we need to go back and say, okay, now how do we update this? And this is a well-built building. You know, I asked to really, I wanted to make sure the media were taken care of. We were thinking out back by the garbage dump in the corner over there. We're gonna have a special room for you guys. But
that close?
yeah, as far away as you can get. But again, no one. I laugh. You know, when someone like you're doing something for a coach, you're not. You're doing it for the kids and the program, for the kids that are coming later. And I think the best thing Mitch has done here is he's invested in these kids. It's the best thing he's done. And he's done it, you know, not only on how we support them, but their facilities they need to compete at the highest level. You give them what they need to compete, and you bring in good kids and get them coached up. But we needed baseball, come on, everybody knows.
Since Fox showed up, how has he changed in the short time period?
He's getting better. He's still got a ways to go. I want him to be more aggressive. He's not as aggressive as he needs to be, and I told him, I can always tell you when not to do something, but you gotta go be more aggressive, get in that lane, play faster. Doesn't mean you have to be out of control. But we're also gonna try some different combinations. I mean, I don't know. They were asking me, well, who's gonna start? I said, it really doesn't matter, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we'll figure it out today. They're off tomorrow, which means I'll have some time to think about how we'll do it and really what kind of rotation. I'll tell you who's been playing well. Michael Mulder's been shooting the pee out of the ball, really shooting. Dom has played, and every day Dom goes against these guys. He's getting mauled right now by Isaiah Briscoe, and if he's not mauling him, then De'Aaron Fox is mauling him, and he's doing his thing, so it's all pretty good.
What is shooting the pee out of the ball?
I mean, he's making every shot right now. If you leave him open, and it's driving me crazy because we don't like to give up threes, but he's making them.
He looks like a different guy out there, bouncier and more.
It's usually what happens. Usually what happens. That year is big, and I don't care. You know, part of it is playing here. The lights and all the stuff that goes with here kind of gets you on your heels, and then you're in everybody's Super Bowl, which puts you on your heels, and all of a sudden you start questioning them how. And it usually takes those kids a year. But he's doing well. Derek has played well.
Have you regaled you guys with any stories from your Clarion days?
Carry on, Clarion. It's Clarion, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I had a ball. Seeing if any of the guys that I played with are going to be coming in. My college coach will be here. My high school coach, who went to Clarion, will be here. They're going to bring down some alums and different things, and so a couple of the players, you know, I've been so busy. I called the other day and said, why don't you invite all the guys that I played with, get them down here? And so that was only like 2 days ago, so 3 days ago. So I'm not sure they were able to do it, but.
You displayed great form throwing that football.
It was really good. Say that again. I didn't hear that
Yeah.
comment. Say it again.
Yeah, great form throwing that football. Did you
Thank you.
practice beforehand?
No, I'm just naturally gifted. I mean, the 40-yard dart that I threw over the top, which the kid caught. I don't know who he was, but there was no way a lineman was going to beat me throwing football. Come on. I was mad Tebow didn't throw. Come on. I asked him, why aren't you throwing? He didn't want any of this.
How was the World Series?
It was cold. So you don't know who I'm a fan of, but they saw me in a sweatshirt. Why did I have that sweatshirt on? Because I was freezing and I walked in and bought a sweatshirt and put it on, and you won't believe this, in Cleveland, they sold no Cub stuff. I couldn't understand it. But Terry Francona was a heck of a basketball player. He was about 6'3" and a lefty shooting guard at New Brighton High School. Really could play. And so when I saw him in Boston, I didn't get to see him on this trip. When I saw him in Boston, I had a couple of my friends and I said, I'm gonna tell you how good a basketball player he was. He said, stop right there. He got all of his assistants, all the coaches, to come in a room. All right, say it now. And I told how good he was, and they're like, oh, you're killing us. He's been telling us how good he was as a basketball. We don't want to hear it. But he was really a good basketball player. How about this? He does this in Boston and now Cleveland. I mean, come on now. I mean, it shows. And the greatest guy. I mean, literally, if you met him, you'd say, what a neat guy this is. So I'm happy for him. You know, like the Cubs. I mean, they were good last night now.
Two more. Yeah, do you need retina scanners over here like the football team has in their building?
We're getting them. We're getting them. And because it's not because I'm trying to stay up with our guys lose those fobs. So we gotta prop doors open. There's anyone that wants to come in, there are no locked doors here now. Well, you got the fob. Yeah, half the team lost them. So yeah, we want to do the scanner for that reason alone. So yeah.
One more if you got it.
Anthony Davis scored 50 last night. I
How
don't know.
about Michael Kidd went for 22 and 14? How about Andrew Harrison started? I was so happy. I texted those guys. I didn't text Anthony. He scored 50, and I'm like, yeah, you should. I hit Tyler, who had a blocked shot. Are you kidding me? He said it was a steal, wasn't a block. But, you know, I hit him back, and, you know, he said, I'm waiting for my chance. I said, it'll come. I tried to hit Jamal this morning because I know he went 1 for 8. And I know him well enough, and I was trying to hit him, but he didn't have a voicemail, so I'll probably get him after.
Who are you taking in Devin Booker versus DeMarcus Cousins? Apparently they got in a scrap last night.
No, I tell you, let me say this, it would be a scrap. Devin will not budge. And I imagine the little kid went out and bit his kneecap when it happened.